There's a tree down right there. The sole purpose of me filming that tree being down is so I will remember to clean it up before we plant this field. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Brown Farms. I'll be your host, Brian. Today we will be trying to plant some soybeans, spread fertilizer, spray burn down, fix planter parts, rig up a strip till bar. You name it, we're doing it today. And watching it rain, I hope. It was weird to say, but I do hope it rains. It is very dry. It's getting very dry. It's not very dry, but if we miss these next two rains, it's going to be kind of getting alarming. I know that sounds weird for a lot of places. Like in Columbus, it is pouring rain right now, but in southern Ohio, it is not raining that much. It has not rained in almost a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Hitch actuator, you can't see it do anything. So after you left last night, I'm trying to fold it up. It was still locked.
This planter folds just a little bit different than the 1240, not a whole lot. But the way it locks is a little different, and it's a little bit harder to see when it's actually locked and unlocked versus the 1240. You can physically see a clamp around it. This one, not so much. Talking to a case tech, he told us to go into the Plant Wizard and get the actual working with. My main question last night, which I was having trouble finding, was the way the Challenger calculates an offset. You enter the working width of the unit, and then you enter in a distance from the center to one side, and then it calculates if there's an offset or not. But I wasn't sure with working width was 7.5 inches past each side of the bar, or if it was C-tube to C-tube, or if it was end of the bar to end of the bar. So that's what we're trying to figure out. Apparently that measurement is in the Pro 700. So there we go, 40 feet, I guess. Planter is coming to life. As someone said, it sounds like an airplane taking off. There's vacs, when you turn them on, they spike up, and as you prime them, they'll level off and come back down. So we're running our vacs at 20. Our bulk fan at 3,000 RPMs. The vacs are what suck the seed to the seed plate for it to spin and then knock off and go down. This bulk fill fan is what shoots the seed from that big box to the actual units. It's right there, BJ's priming it, so our vacs are leveling off and doing some stuff, and we're primed. So good. Hey guys, if you haven't, it would really mean a lot to me if you would subscribe to the channel and thumbs up the video. That helps us grow, helps us motivated to keep making these videos. Here we are just checking our steering, making sure we've got the offset in right. He didn't go all the way down, he just went down like 100 feet. He's turned around, getting a straight pass. I think we might have it now. Probably could have figured this out last night, but it was dark. I wanted to make sure that we were doing this right. Don't want the first field right beside the neighbors to be messed up. That'd be terrible. There's our flag. That's where the last row was. Looks like it's about, I don't know, it's around 10 inches or so. We're on WAS, so that's pretty acceptable actually. Now I need to put a flag where his last row was. We'll check it going this way. That'll do. That's not bad, that's good shape. The planter seems to be planting good. We're steering good. Everything's peachy right now. So BJ's gonna finish this field. I think I'm gonna go spread some fertilizer before it rains, and then we'll see where we're at. I don't know what the weather's gonna do, and that's gonna decide what we do next. Really gonna miss planting beans. That was a fun job. I didn't really care for it last night though. In all honesty, planting is probably one of my favorite jobs on the farm. It's very rewarding when everything's going right, and it's just you. You only have to keep track of yourself. Harvest is fun, but harvest, there's a lot of moving wheels.
Oh, I think we finally got everything working, guys. Tell you what, it's a beautiful day so far. haven't looked at the weather lately, but I think maybe the rain is going to go around us. So actually personally kind of hoping to get this field planted and get a little bit of rain, because I don't know, you can probably see the dust behind me. There's a little bit of moisture in the soil. I'm and Dad and Brian are trying to spread fertilizer and get some ground sprayed, so if it holds off, no big deal. I may plant a little bit more, maybe, I don't know. Just have to get this field knocked out first, see what happens.
All right, since it ain't raining yet and the sun's still shining, we're gonna spread the rest of this fertilizer. Last night, I did not think we were gonna get it all spread. I thought that was a snake. I thought that was a snake for a second. It is not. Whew. Anyways, did not think we were gonna get it all spread. I thought it was gonna rain. So Dad came over and put the rest of the fertilizer on the dump truck. So there's a little bit on the truck. It's enough to do about probably 80 acres or so. Get that spread this morning. Then after that, hopefully BJ will be done with that field. Like I said, I really wouldn't mind if it rained a little bit. I need to work on the strip till bar anyways. Need to get our pump plumbed up. And better time to do that on a rain day. Before we get over to the floater, I'm gonna give Dad his bob cam, so be sure to cue up the subtitles now. Tell you what, it might be everyone's lucky day. It's 11 o'clock. Came over here to get the floater. I don't see one loading grain, so I can only imagine George is eating lunch. Maybe if we're real quiet, we'll get a good shot of George feeding himself. If you're new to the channel, this is something I do periodically when my Uncle George helps us. Sure enough, we caught him stuffing his face.
Camera boy's here.
Yeah, even went to Mackie D's, huh?
George did. Larry had his, of course. He didn't bring enough for me. He said I'd be damned if he's going to share with me.
Now, Sea Consultants dropped off a bag of shirts for me, my brother, and my dad, but they're all 2X. They fit me all right.
Why ain't I involved in that? I'm working.
Well, if you just said, hey, can I get a shirt? They'd probably sent you one.
Huh? Holy shit, I got dirty.
Let's just lift these bad boys up and show them.
That fit. Holy, they are. I better put them back.
Yeah. I hope he wears.
Long.
I hope he wears them to work tomorrow.
I will. Just look good. Well, I won't be here tomorrow. We done.
So yeah, it's good to have George back. Fun stuff. Now, like I've said in a few other videos, he is going to help us from time to time. He is trying to slow down a little bit, but whenever I caught him, he is more than happy to come over and get out of the house, I believe. For all the new folks, George is my uncle. He's he's actually my aunt's ex-husband, but he pretty much raised me like a second dad when I was a kid, and he's helped us for 30-some years now.
Just talked to you guys for like 5 minutes on here. Didn't have the camera turned on, so one of the things I'm still getting used to is the AccuTerminal on the Challenger is the turning around with AB lines and getting back on my line. And let's see, this is how, that's what my screen normally looks like. Just the lower corner shows my ABs, and I'm having a hard time getting lined up and not having a massive auto correction. So this time I'm going to try expanding the monitor and making a turn and see if I can't get lined up better and not have the tractor's steering override me. Alright, here we go. We're at the headland, picking up the implement, turning around. 700's going to beat for a minute. Spun around. And my go function. Hey, that wasn't bad at all. Way more gooder.
Alright, hop up in this thing. Like I said, they're supposed to come get it here soon, but until they do, we're just going to keep on running it. They said to use it. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with our floater, but this one is set. Everything's working pretty well on it. So, I'm just going to use it while we can. Oh, looks like we got a tree down. And I'm spreading on this side of the highway. Dad is spraying on the other side. It was a real nice farm. And the highway got parked right in the middle of it. Oh well. Definitely some stuff happening. Dad's right there spraying. BJ's right there planting. And I'm gonna be right down the road spreading. Good stuff.
So I'm planting and I had to fill up because I didn't get the hoppers all the way full. I think I've got enough now to finish this field. And I just looked out the window and I've got company. Look at that guy. Everybody's so excited to get rolling, we just can't even wait for someone to get out of the field. If I had to guess, I would say he's only over there just to check in on me. Seems to be likely scenario.
Here's a neat feature. Here's the variable rate map that we're doing on this field. Like, this is where the product's being applied. Over here, there's nothing. So, like, I'm not even going to go over here. There's no reason. I'm not mapping anything. I'm not covering anything. No reason to go over there, so I'm just going to cut this corner and come back up through here. There's water right there. This might get a little saucy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's a lot more water there than I was thinking. Oh, crap. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, that was a little sketchy. We came really close to getting stuck. We were fishtailing a little bit. You couldn't see that water till you got in it. I thought that ground was solid. I was wrong. Now this floater is 3-wheel drive, unlike the Terragator. I don't think we would have got stuck in the Terragator, but yeah, it was a little wetter than I thought. We're not doing that again. Yep, that's where we almost got stuck. Okay, here we are spraying some burn down today on, got the wheat done. So now we're doing soybeans. Back here in this field, it's really rolling back here. I don't know if you can tell how rolling that is. You see how the booms work, how they go up and down automatically. Burn down is kills the weeds before we plant it, because we no-till everything. So we're just a lot of chickweed and henbit in here. So we're spraying some glyphosate and some other stuff on here and to kill everything so we can plant it. This field's really rolling right through here. So you can see the boom going up and down automatically. Now we're starting back with gauge the auto steer. Now we're going down this bank here.
It's a roller coaster.
Like we need some grease on the pins down there and squeaking. This is on an engine management, they call it, so it just idles until it calls for more power, then it'll speed up. It runs about 1750, I think it is. So it just kind of idles a lot. When you're spraying it, it'll change sound. The harder it pulls, more it'll open up speed wise.
All right, we got all the Mez 10 applied. Larry went after a load of blend. It's potash and Mez blend. Like I said, we're not doing variable rate on every acre. We're just doing it on some. First year doing it. So he's going after that. I'm going to put a straight rate right across the road. And yeah, get some more acres to knock out. All right. Let's go spread. All right, we got this field done. There's going to be some fun stuff happen here later in the planting season. You guys will see. For now, we're done here. Wouldn't mind running the Turbo Max over this. We are going to leave this. We're going to plant straight into this. We're not going to strip till this. We're wanting to try planting straight into a ripped field with no other work done to it. So we are going to do that. That was the plan when we ripped it last year, and that's still the plan. But I do want to run the Turbo Max over the ends here. Just when I would yank the ripper out of the ground, it's a little rough right here. But the Zone Builder, it seemed to do a really good job. That rolling basket really, I was very impressed with it as far as being able to plant right back into it. With our other ripper, we have a Blue Jet ripper also. I don't think we could get away with that. Now, this was also ripped several months ago, so it has settled quite a bit. Really having some issues keeping this thing online. It's wandering a lot. Doing this, going through the field. See, like right like that. Enough that it's a real pain in the butt and the back. I don't know if that's an oxbow problem or an ag leader problem, but it's been getting kind of worse. Not the end of the world though, just have to slow down and it seems to snap out of it. All right, that's all the fertilizer we have left. We gotta get it on the spreader and get it spread. All the fertilizer loaded up. It's just about dark, so try to get this spread off real quick. I'll probably call it a night. Looks like Dad had the ripper out playing with it for a little bit. There's a tile line right here along this hillside. And just trying to open that ground up, maybe help that water, like that water drain. But obviously you can't go through the water with the ripper. See if that does any good. Who knows? Now we got to turbo till it again though. Alright, now that we're spreading in basically pitch black, one major critique on the Oxbow's lighting situation. Front lighting is good. One of the headlights seems to be rattling a little bit, not a huge deal. But, look at that sky, ain't that pretty? Back there, there's no light on the bed. I don't like that because I can't, it's hard to see the product back there. I don't know if I just ain't figured out to turn it on, but I think I have all the light options on that can be on, so. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with these lights. Like, there's good light over here on the left side of the machine, and it's dark on the right side, and there's no lights behind me. So I got a feeling I'm just not doing something right. Hey, we're done. Take this thing back to the shed. There's an 80% chance of rain tonight. My God, we could use it. It is it's dusty. Hopefully rain doesn't set in. Lots of strip tilling to do, but like I said earlier, if it rains tonight, we're going to be working on that bar. That way, when this weather breaks, I can get the ground running with that thing. Because we got a lot of acres to do with it pretty quick. Oh yeah, George and Larry got done hauling April contracts, so that's it for the grain hauling for a while. Hallelujah.